This is my big guy, and he is back with his family, the wolf pack, right where he belongs. And you can see, we are putting together our cubbies for storage and stuff like that, and he's doing an amazing job. And he wants me to give him some connectors. So, big guy, I probably shouldn't be doing this, but I'm a petty motherfucker when I want to be. I just like to laugh in the devil's face. I was doing some trolling last night, son, and I got the confirmation that my intuition warned me about. Bobby, you remember Bobby?
Yeah, you remember her.
And I know you remember Nancy, right?
Right. The thing is, how did they meet each other? That's what I want to know.
Well, they went on Facebook after you were taken, right? And Nancy knew that I got arrested that first time when they came to get you, right?
Right.
So she decided after she left, that was one way for her to keep tabs on my movement and what was going on in my life, whatever little tidbits she can get, because you know she's a late night Google, lonely, angry, washed up, jealous white bitch. Tell the folks what you told Nancy.
I told her the coffins out. I remember telling her that.
And what else?
I couldn't remember right off the top, but I did tell her something that had something to do with her attitude. That's that much I know.
What about like anger?
Yeah, that she needs anger management classes.
So, after, you were gone, right? I told you what happened. Nancy just skipped out on the rent. She had been sending our money to a felon in prison, lying about it. So, right in the midst of me working on getting a lawyer for you, keeping up with everything that was going on with you, this is what jealous, hateful, hybrid troglodytes do. They try to kick you and stomp you when you're down. So she mocked the fact that you were placed in that group home.
I'm sure she did.
Do you have any thoughts about that?
Yeah. She acted, and when she was crying, she wasn't being sincere.
Mm-hmm. And as far as Bobby goes, when we were in Grover, what do you think about her?
She just couldn't keep a secret. And I had that feeling before we even moved there, because I told there's something I told her I was passed on to my mom, and she did anyway.
Mm-hmm. So there you go, folks, straight from the horse's mouth. My big guy can see right through a fake, fork-tongued, jealous, hating ass, low frequency, mutant, closet racist bitch like Nancy and Bobby. Bobby also seems to feel that I forced you to sleep on the floor. You wanted to talk about that a little bit?
Sure. I'd like to know when she said that, actually.
She said it in a comment when I was trolling her on Google. I sent her some pictures and made a few comments toward her, letting her know, emails, let her know that she's a fucking fake, phony, fork-tongued bitch. And we started hurling insults back and forth at each other. Mine were facts and hers were hearsay and convoluted bullshit. And one of the comments she made was about me or Ben, myself and Ben, treating you horribly. That's the first thing. Is that true?
No.
Did Ben force you to sleep on the floor?
No.
Did I force you to sleep on the floor?
No.
Whose choice was it for you to sleep on the floor?
Mine.
Why?
Because I like how flat the floor is.
Oh, okay.
There was someone who treated me badly, but it was a caregiver in a group home.
Uh-huh.
And, should I say her name?
Yeah.
Her name's Amanda Dill, and she was very uncivil, and she's another one of the fake white ladies that my mom told you guys about.
Yeah, Amanda was a what?
A bitch.
And a racist.
Yeah. And there were some there was an African American guy there that they got along with named Rob, but yeah, he was uncivil. She was just uncivil to everyone there, and the other ladies in the group home were white, but she was also uncivil to most of them too.
Yeah, she was just all around hateful. Like that's how I got the energy I got from Amanda Dill. And Amanda Dill got fired.
She messed up there was a mess that they saw in the group home when they checked the inspection, and yeah, and even a friend of mine there told me that Amanda cares about Amanda, is worried about Amanda.
Mm-hmm. Very selfish, right?
Really?
Just like who else?
Nancy and Bobby.
Mm. And who else?
And
Somebody you're related to.
oh, Ashley, my sister.
How did Ashley treat you?
She was kind of less, not as bad as Amanda, but still, she would, when I would forget to clean my room, she'd assume that I don't feel like cleaning my room, and then she'd throw my things around and stuff.
Did I ever do that to you?
No.
Did your brother ever do that to you?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, Bobby seems to think that I treated you horribly. Were you wandering around Grover?
No, I was going to the store and back. And even the guy that testified against me said I wasn't all the way in the road, just on the lines.
Mm-hmm. Did at any time you feel unsafe with me?
No, not at all.
With your brother?
No, I'd feel a bit intimidated, but yeah, and sometimes he would be very upset, but that's only if he's pushed to that point. I'm not saying he's an uncivil or a bad person. He just gets egotistic sometimes, but he's not as bad as Amanda, though. He's nowhere near as bad as Amanda. He doesn't, try to intimidate people just to show him who's boss or anything like that, like Amanda did.
Yeah. Do you feel your brother is impatient with you?
No.
Do you feel he would ever hurt you?
No. In fact, when someone did hurt me in Chicago, he felt like him and one of his friends felt like beating him up, beating the guy that hurt me up.
Yeah. Yep. He actually they found the guy after it was all said and done. So we'll leave it there.
let's just say he was dumb enough to give himself away.
True. Right. Now, another thing that Bobby said, we all know she don't know what the fuck she's talking about, just like Meekins. They speculate and assume because we are non-white. They think all non-white people need education and assistance on how to do basic functions, as well as something as sophisticated, in Meekins' word, as taking care of children. White women especially feel like they have the monopoly on child rearing and care, especially when they hold positions of authority like a caseworker, a social worker, an attorney, a clerk of court, anything in the caregiver arena. You did a great job over there, by the way, buddy. Look at that cubby that he just helped me re-put together, because it kind of fell apart. We had to move it, and somehow it got all discombobulated. But JD did most of the work, and he put that cubby together without the motherfucking instructions. So, how many incompetent people do you know that can do that? There you go. But anyway, so Bobby seems to think that your brother, Benjamin, is not a good brother because he let you wander the streets of Grover.
No, he didn't. He would let me go out, but he wouldn't let me put myself in danger. And sure, he didn't keep tabs on me all the time, but that's because he didn't have to, and he knew that. But he did tell me about going through the road. He did tell me to be safe and everything every now and then, but he didn't let me get into trouble or anything.
Do you feel like he protected you?
Yeah.
What would you say overall about your younger brother?
He's good. He's your typical who has an ego, but he isn't a bad person, though.
Yeah, he got an ego like his mama. We're both alike. We got big egos. But not in an egotistical way. Confident. Benji's very confident. It's just like you. You're a little more humble than me and Benji. But me and Benji are like in your face, like, you know what I mean? And you're very humble and sweet, and you're very much more patient with people in their ignorance, like Bobby. Now, remember when we went over to Bobby's house?
Right?
Was it clean?
No.
Did it smell good?
No.
Did you want to stay there?
No.
Remember her son, about the same age as you, well, a little bit younger than you at the time.
Yeah,
He was going to graduate high school, right?
Right? He's Caucasian also, but he's also cool, and so is her husband.
Mm-hmm. Now, Bobby thinks that I owed her money, but do you remember me offering to help pay for his graduation party?
No.
You don't remember? I think maybe you were probably not in that conversation. You had probably went in to get some food or whatever. Bobby was so upset, in her own words, to see Diana Irvin take you out the courtroom when we went to court the very first time. Remember that?
Right.
And then she turned around and said to me that after she got angry at the truth, you know how most weak white women are. They play victim when they don't like what they hear.
Right.
So she turned around and said, you were better off in that group home.
I would actually like to give more details about the group home, and those details actually contradict that statement.
Mm-hmm.
There were, again, like I said, Amanda was uncivil, but but they weren't like exactly racist. You know, they basically gave anyone from the South better treatment than they did from the North, and there were like two North Americans there, me and another guy, Elmo, and when they would, and basically they, Elmo, my friend, he told me about DSS and all that, and how the people at the group home did him unfair by giving everyone their checks and not giving him his.
Mm-hmm. They didn't give you your check either, did they?
No,
Now, Meekins told Ashley and Antonio that I was using you for a paycheck.
no, that's what Ashley and Antonio were doing.
How do you figure? Tell me in your own words.
Well, I was told they were paying bills before I got there, but their food stamps got cut off because they have my check coming in.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see how they have trouble paying the bills, even though they have my check coming in. And Antonio had a job at the time.
Yeah. Because, Ashley would go to the plasma center, right?
Right,
She was doing that before your check started coming, right?
right,
And so that means that they didn't have a lot of money to make ends meet before you got there.
right.
So after you get there and Ashley applies for your benefit check to come to her, they still had problems paying the bills, right?
Right.
Remember talk about the water bill, please.
Yeah, the water bill got settled, went up because of a mistake in the toilet, which Antonio went off on me and my two nieces about it, and then he took it out on my mom by calling her and shouting her at her and screaming. But it was really because of the plumber that didn't come to fix the toilet when he said he would. And so it was because of him that the bill went up, because the toilet was left in the flushing position, and it kept on running up the water bill by using the water, and the plumber said that he would fix it, but he didn't come. But he went back on his word and didn't fix it when he said he would.
Mm-hmm. So who's ultimately responsible for that?
Well, you know what? I wouldn't say them, but it was the plumber though, because he was supposed to fix it.